What number, what jersey was that?
Yeah, what was it?
That was Shaq or Kobe. But I got some basketball jerseys. Ryan, when you're in a show, you barter. So those are some tickets for that, and then I got some of that, and I got some hockey jerseys also I'll give you when you come visit.
Okay, you're just gonna give us all your old hand-me-downs?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's me. Get them out.
Okay, I like it. I'm not mad at it. You know, I was pushing for trade talk yesterday, and our producers, Nolan and Arenado, they delivered today. So let's play a little buy it or sell it. NTT Ballpark Cam is turned on at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers are 4 games up in the NL West over the D-backs and Giants. Blue Crew looking to avoid just the second series loss within the past calendar year. So Kevin, buy it or sell it. The Dodgers will acquire a superstar. Mind you, this comes on the heels of a Kike Hernandez potential trade.
Yeah, I don't know what, requires, what's a superstar.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. Lucas Giolito, to me, is a perfect sign for the Dodgers. We talked a little bit about yesterday, and, he's a hometown guy. This would be a nice fit in that rotation. He's a guy that toes it up every 5th day, a healthy arm, has established himself as a top-tier pitcher in the league. That would be a guy I see. They don't have a problem hitting home runs. They're second home runs. They swing the bats. That offense is nasty. J.D. Martinez has done something different than last year. Now he's power guy. We know Max Muncy, his power. Listen, I think that Lucas Giolito, though, fits with the Dodgers' plans. And now with the acquire of Kike, do you love me? Sorry, back to you.
Dem?
I just don't, that's not, I guess he didn't answer the question because he never said superstar. I don't think they have a place for a superstar. I don't know where they put him. You mentioned J.D. Martinez, he's raking. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy, he's not going to not play. He's going to play everywhere.
Will Smith.
Who's available? Maybe a third baseman that's, available. I don't know, like a Nolan Arenado. I don't know what happens,
Local boy?
Yeah, a guy who grew up out west, a guy who loves to win. I know how much he loves being in St. Louis, and this is an off year for the Cardinals where he's, they've struggled as a team. They haven't gone out there, got off to a rocky start, and haven't been able to get back. So does he go anywhere? But I say no. I say the Dodgers do not acquire a superstar, and they like their lineup a lot, and maybe add a pitcher or 2.
Well, that is the perfect transition, Ryan Dempster, because the Cardinals,
let's
talk about them. They won 7 of their last 10, but remain 9 games out of a playoff spot. St. Louis is expected to sell at the deadline. So, Ryan, I'm going to send it back to you. Buy it or sell it. The Cards trade Paul Goldschmidt or Nolan Arenado. And you pretty much already answered this one, but talk about Goldie. Why not?
Yeah, why? Why do you trade either of these guys? Like, if your intention, if you're saying we are rebuilding and we're starting over and we're going to build this back up, but those are the kind of players you acquired. Like, you went out and got, and everybody in the league would love to have guys like these on their team. Middle of the lineup bats that play the game on both ends of the ball, whether it's offensively, defensively. They run the base as well. They do all these different things. They're leaders the way they go about it. Paul Goldschmidt, look at, he's having an off year right now, by the way, and he's hitting 285 with 17 and 53. And like, he's just kind of one of those guys who puts it up at the end of the year when you look at his numbers across the board. So, no, I don't think either. I think some guys on their team get traded, but I don't think either of these guys get moved.
Let me just tell you why they can move them. Now, whether they're rebuilding, but financially, you can move one. Paul Goldschmidt would be a guy that it makes you scratch your head, right? Because he's signed for 1 more year after this year. But he's definitely the ultimate pro that you can put him somewhere. I don't know who needs him. I don't know the first baseman situations out there. Either one of these guys could help a club. Nolan Arenado's, watching him play baseball on a daily basis, the passion, and loves being a big leaguer. Yeah, anybody would want these guys. It's a matter, like you just said, why would they trade them? Maybe a financial situation. Maybe the package can do. Who knows where they're at right now? Because the Cardinals aren't the team that we thought they were going to be coming into this year, and that's a fact. So we'll see what goes on. But I would say, in my opinion, Sierra, I think one of these guys do go somewhere. I just don't know where.
Okay, all right. I'll buy what you're selling. Okay. Now, our own Mark Feinstein of MLB.com is reporting that the Reds could potentially trade Jonathan India for young, controllable pitching. makes sense is they have basically a plethora of young infield talent, right? So Demp, buy it or sell it. The Reds will move Jonathan India.
No. I mean, why do you take something that is so exciting right now, and he's been a big cog to that machine? I mean, you look what he's done in the middle of the lineup, and he's a guy who gets on base, and now he's hitting home runs. He's staying healthy. I just don't want to move something like this. You know, I know you have a bunch of young guys that are coming up, but this guy has proven himself. He was a first-round pick, and the only thing that slowed him down was injuries. So maybe you're concerned that that might happen again in the future, but I think we're just seeing the best of Jonathan India, and I wouldn't trade this guy.
Kev?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, because you got to understand, under club control since 2000 till 2026, that's a big deal. So I'm with you, right? Like, this kid's now, the game has slowed down. He's a rookie of the year, and he's a good player, man. He's a solid baseball player. There's a lot of teams that would love him, but I'm with you. If I'm the Reds, I don't know if I part ways with him yet, because this guy is under club control, and that's what you kind of work for as an organization. And he's a good player, and they have a good thing going. Now it's just a matter of where they got to add and where they think they can do to win this division. They got to figure out how to beat Milwaukee. That start there.
The Reds' top two prospects are both middle infielders. All right, sometimes the great game of baseball has to come to you. Taking the finer, the minutia, the mundane things of the game, and the latest edition.
No, so I got no monitor on, and I got nothing coming from you guys.
Thank God you're talented, right?
Be a fun show, man. You just have to text me what to say each time. Can you imagine we do that?
Poor Ryan.
Nothing like being 3 minutes out for a live show and I got nothing.
Life comes at you fast.
It all worked
It was
out.
1 minute before the show. 1 minute. Live TV.
True
I had
story.
nothing.
You pulled it all together, though, Ryan.
You nailed it.
A lot of help from everybody in the production department to get through that. For you guys to support me through that difficult time. You could tell I was starting to sweat a little under here. Stuff.
You know what?
Smuggling water balloons.
You know what else makes me sweat under here, Sierra?
What?
My tight 5. Yeah.
What?
Sometimes when we get going into a tight 5, we got pennant races all over the league, but we also have races to hardware. That's right. We're talking Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, MVP, all these things. So let's get into it. Who are the front runners right now, and who do we have to look out for? Let's go to the American League Rookie of the Year. Masataka Yoshida comes over from Japan, and he has absolutely tattooed the baseball. 315, 11, 51, 870 OPS. He's in the middle of that lineup. Sneaky fast, by the way. He's got 8 stolen bases, too. Then you jump over to the NL, and we all know who the favorite is there. Possible going to be in the MVP running as well. You look at what Corbin Carroll has done through the first 4 months of the season. 280, 21, 55, 29 stolen bases, and a 900 OPS. Pretty much has this thing wrapped up. Watch out for Francisco Alvarez and his 19 homers behind you. Corbin Carroll voted an All-Star in his hometown of Seattle. He's going to be the NL Rookie of the Year. Let's bounce over to the Cy Young and check out the AL Cy Young. Here's what I wanted to do. Who could it be now? Remember that song? Who could it be now? Here's your candidates across the board. Who are they? And the only reason we did this because you want to take a guess, take a stab. Who are you picking off that chart? I'm going number 2. I'm going to go number 2 right now just because of what he's been able to do. Roll it, boys, across there. Number 1, Garrett Cole, 9-2. That's right, with a 2.78. He's got 144 Ks. Don't sleep on him. But Shane McClanahan, 11-1. Just stay healthy, and he has a chance to win the Cy Young Award. He has been absolutely dominant for Tampa Bay. They needed him back in the rotation. They missed him dearly. He could help these boys survive and get there. But Garrett Cole, he's your front runner to be runner-up for Cy Young. And if something happens and that guy gets caught slipping, Garrett Cole has been absolutely filthy. The ace of this staff, 9-2. Like I said, 144 Ks. Started the All-Star game, filthy. Signed that massive contract in New York. Hasn't disappointed. He's been everything more than expected. He's done his job. So let's go to the NL. Across the board, who we picking? A lot of different candidates out there. Could it be Justin Steele on the north side of Chicago? Number 3, he's going number 3, 9-5 with a 3.49. Who is number 3, Kevin? Is that who you're going with? Well,
that
you know
would
who I'm
be
going with? I'm going with
Lozano.
number 1, Spencer Strider, for the quads and the mustache. That's right. You look at the ERA, it's a little high. That has a chance to come down, but nobody punches tickets like this guy. 186 strikeouts. Absolutely filthy. Blake Snell leading Major League Baseball in ERA with a 2.67 and his 143 punch-outs. But don't sleep down in South Beach, where Kevin and I grew up in the show. That's right. Jesus Luzardo, you talked about him yesterday, Sierra. He has been filthy. The kid's absolutely nasty. He's been their ace, dominating down in Miami for the Marlins. All right, let's throw it over to the NL MVP, and the front runner, we all know it. He's going to be 30-30, and if we're not careful, he's going to be 40-40. Down in Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr., the spark plug, leading Major League Baseball in runs scored.
Wow.
Leaving in flair, bat flips, showcasing home runs. He's nasty. He'll do it at the plate. He'll do it on the bases. He'll rob home runs if you let him. But don't sleep on his old teammate, Freddie Freeman. That's right. Climbing up the board in the average. Yeah, guest of the program. We've talked about his beautiful smile. Charlie's dad has absolutely ignited this offense and turned around to a 4-game lead in the West for the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman keeps this up, and he's slipping in Atlanta, and he just might chase down his old pal, Ronald Acuna Jr. And finally, go to the AL MVP. Who's going to be? What a stupid question that is. We absolutely know who it's going to be. If there was a different award for best player in the whole entire game, it's going to be Shohei Ohtani. What he's done on the mound, what he does at the plate, leading Major League Baseball's in home runs, on pace to possibly catch last year's AL home run champ, Aaron Judge. Shohei Ohtani dominating both sides of the field. He's your AL MVP award winner. The other ones might be up for grab, but guys, that's my tight 5. Don't know what you thought of that. Back to you.
Wow.
Did great.
Wow. Great energy, Ryan. Great job. You know, the more I look at this, I didn't realize how Freddie Free and Acuna are neck and neck in numbers-wise. Obviously, stolen bases separate. Freddie Free's got 12. Acuna's got 46. Don't sleep on Freddie Free going 20-20. Let's go. He's all legs anyways. His torso's this big. He's got a 39 inseam. The little trot that we saw at the end was just a ball trying to keep fair. But I'm telling you, that's a closer race you think. Acuna's been unbelievable because of the power and the speed combination. And, yeah, we'll see 30-30 there. But pretty interesting there with Freddie Free and Acuna. Nice job, Ryan. A lot of great pitchers. My goodness gracious.
It's not how you start. It's how you finish.
I feel like it's really not an intentional talk unless somebody mentions Phil Nevin's hips or Spencer Strider's quads.
Yeah, you're right. Low hips with Phil Nevin, quads with Spencer.
I used to have quads
and then
like
Freddie
that.
Free with the
happened.
BMW in his mouth.
Yeah.
No, you got nice quads, Ryan. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're
Grow a mustache like that.
You're the father of a 1-year-old and a 17-year-old.
It's now time for FanDuel's Dinger Tuesday. Who are you guys picking to go deep tonight? Kevin, start us off.
I'm going to go Jarren Duran, okay? Charlie Morton, he's 2 for 5 with a homer against Charlie. But more than that, he's hitting about 420, I think, his last 17 games. Put him in the lineup every day. The team goes. This man can play some baseball. He's going deep tonight. I'm sorry, Charlie, because Charlie's one of my favorite in the league, but Jarren Duran, hot with a plus 560.
Okay, I'm going to go Riley Green. He was on chatting practice with me today, and chatting practice is like the new IT mojo. He's on a mini 6-game hit streak. He's batting .478 with 3 extra base hits, including 1 home run over that span. And he also has 5 runs. He's at plus 600. Who you got, Dan?
I'm going to go with Lane Thomas. Sneaky pop. Doesn't look the part of a power hitter, but man, is it fly off of his bat. He's going against Austin Gomber, who's given up 22, count them, 22 home runs this year. This is a good matchup for Lane Thomas to park one somewhere in a bleacher section.
Interesting.